let me start from the engine, concept or philosophy, because there were actually 2 years of development, including the first phase, which was more only for the study because of the, obviously the COVID situation and the workshop, the practical job had been restricted. But anyway, we have started some study, then which actually normally we don't have so much time to do. But this time, due to the circumstance, we had actually longer time for the deeper study. So we have decided to change more than usual. I'm not really talking about the power or like this. It's more the characteristic of the engine power delivery or like this. So at the end, we have come to a conclusion that we need to change actually a lot more than what usually we do, which also affected to the way of the engine is mounted to the chassis, and of course which is also related to the whole bike, the appearance, because you were obviously talking about how it looks like. Yeah, but anyway, due to the circumstance of the COVID, we had a bit longer development period. So that's why maybe the bike has been changed a bit more than the normal, one step phase. Of course, in case of Mark, he was on the bike, off the bike, or like this, was a bit of, complication for us. But apart from this, since 2 years ago, 2020, Michelin have introduced the new type of rear tire, for which we took really long time to understand in terms of taking the maximum grip and performance out of it. So from the concept of the bike 2022, we have decided to focus on how to take the maximum performance from the Michelin rear tire. Well, we must be back on top. It's clear. I mean, we are again, like I always say, we are Honda and we must be on top. Otherwise, there's no point that we keep participating in the MotoGP Championship. So the goal is, of course, to be on the top. But of course, when we change the bike, such a radical step, especially for the concept, it would be not easy, especially at the beginning of the season, I guess. Not only for the engineers, but also for the riders, because we still have the same riders as last year. The bike has been changed, and the winter, pre-season testing will be only 5 days. So it's going to be not easy for the riders, but also for us to understand. But of course, we have some clear idea how we have to achieve the process to be in time for the first race. We had been working with him 1 year already. What I have seen in the last year is that his strongest point is his determination and his approach to everything. I mean, to each practice, each runs, even each lap. He's always determined to do, okay, let's try to improve in a single moment. I mean, he's always trying to make his maximum on each moment. That's his strongest point, in my opinion. I think everybody in the world knows more or less, how good this rider is. And I mean, it's clear that he's one of the best, legendary riders in the history. But for me, having worked with him more than 9 years, his strongest point is his physical preparation all the time, and as well as the mental strength and cleverness. In any type of races, he can do the best on that moment, on that race. And he's a guy who can see the circumstance, the situation, and try to understand what is the best on that moment for him and for all of us to do. And he's a guy who could achieve it. So that's his strongest point.